Jason Lukey, Global Solution Specialist with Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. And today we're going to talk about how we create a folder inside of our table of contents. So this is one of the three types of things that you can create inside of this Create button down here at the bottom of your screen. So when we click on Create, we get that pop-up window. And you know, the resources and tools that you see in that pop-up window fall into three categories. The first is resource. What we're going to talk about today is creating a new folder. And then, of course, all of the assessment tools sort of fall into one bucket. So let's click on that folder, and we're going to talk about why is it that we would create a new folder. First of all, let me explain to you, inside of any program you have that lives on the GLP, you have folders out here in your table of contents. So you can see we're into reading here, and we have modules. Each module has its own folder. And in some programs, you'll see units or maybe even chapters. And when I click on any one of these arrows next to one of those things, it will open up another set of resources. And inside of those set of resources, I may have another folder somewhere with even more resources inside. And so this is all about creating a folder that has a purpose, okay? So you'll see in my content creation screen here, once I've clicked on that folder, I have an option to name a chapter, is what they call. Now, you can choose to call this anything that you would like to. Okay, I'll call mine new folder. And inside of that folder, I may collect any number of things. So I might collect tests that I'm working on creating that I'm not ready to send out to my students yet. I may place all of those resources that I'm not going to use with my students. You know, sometimes we have to maybe cut out module 11 out of 12. And I'm going to take all of module 11, and instead of deleting it, I could put it into a folder that we won't use, right? So here's my new folder. Okay, I can give it a short name if I want to. That would be what would show up over here in the table of contents. If I choose not to use a short name, then the title that shows up will just be whatever I put inside the name. Now, I can choose instructor view only. And if I'm doing something like creating a collection of assignments, or that I'm not ready for student use, or maybe placing all of those resources that I'm not going to use in the classroom, then I might want to mark that as instructor view only. Then my students won't have access to it. I can put a description here if I'd like to. I can use an image. That's what will show up on the content screen once you select the folder out here in your table of contents. Okay. But once I'm done making these decisions, then I'm going to go ahead and click preview if I want to see it. And then I can click on save, and that'll put my folder out here in my table of contents. Typically, it'll put it at the bottom of your table of contents. But if you were inside of another resource, it'll locate it right next to that resource in your table of contents. So in this case, you'll see my new folder is down here at the bottom. And then once I'm ready to start putting more resources in there, I could go back to my create screen. And from my create screen, if I wanted to just click on any one of those boxes in the pop-up window, I'm able to edit my table of contents. And this is how I would start dragging resources into that new folder. I could also select the new folder as I add a new resource, and that would put that new resource inside of my folder. So you can see right here's my folder. If I want to take this animal behaviors assessment, I can drag it and put it right there inside of the folder, and now you can see it's inside of my new folder. So this has been how to create a folder and how to use it with purpose. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.